and just have her be in your guys' session later.
I'm gonna confess, I don't have my stuff up because I wasn't expecting to play. What
Well,
exactly am I
too late.
rolling?
A help
A
out
help
is
out.
a plus cool.
Oh boy, I don't. Let's see. Hold on a second. I'll bring up my sheet.
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
It's not like we're in a hurry, are we? All right,
We're not
expert
actually
character sheet. I hope it saved my fucking updates. I've had some problems with that. So +1. So.
To the dice.
Is it? Okay, hold on. Roll 2d6 plus 1.
2. Yes.
Oh.
+2 or +1?
I have +1 cool on my thing. I have +2 sharp.
Hey,
I got
you
an
did.
11.
So, let me just.
Well, even if it's a +1 or a +2, it's.
I mean, true, but like I could
high.
just say that this just saves her because it does add like a +1 to Fawn's thing, which still makes it a 5. But let's make it like a precarious situation where you're holding on to Alamia as she just kind of like in a a movie situation. You're hanging off the edge and that kind of thing. So like she's still off, but you're both kind of in danger now.
Okay.
It's a good half and half situation now.
Yep, that works.
So Fawn, you can be in the session with Rad and Ryan later.
Yeah, midget for each of us.
It's okay, funny. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to nerf. I'm gonna have to nerf a little thing here, but it'll
me
be
and
fine.
Grace are just gonna die.
No, you're fine. No. But I'm just gonna have to nerf something a little bit here.
The good news is we still have the flashlight. Because I gave it to Grace.
Like, for a second, I thought you said the flatulite, and I was like, what fart-based technology is that?
That sounds like something Ryan would make, wouldn't it? It's a fart. It'd be. Oh God, Fawn. No.
Sorry, Thomas Waterford.
No.
Oh, Funny, please.
I hope that we return your flashlight.
Indeed. I have to listen to that previous session later. All right,
and
anyways,
I need to send it to you.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I gotta grab my pizza.
I meant to listen to that so I could remember things, but yeah, I can do that later. Okay. Funny. All right. Anyways, Fawn, you can hang up now if you want to, or you can just listen. Don't matter. But for now, it's just Damien and Grace. Not the team I expected, but it'll definitely be a interesting thing to go. All right. Now it's and then there were 2,
Hooray!
and one audience member. All right, yeah, this should work.
As a note, I have been recording since the moment you mentioned Rad rolling. Because I was
right.
That might be good to get on film.
Yeah, you should probably get that on record.
Yeah. So.
Well, I guess since we've revised everything here, we gave everything a good sort of half and half here. Both Rad and Lamia are technically in danger now, but not in the sewers like you two.
Yep.
So let's see.
Just
you both are being washed down what is perhaps it smells bad, but you're not in dirty water. It's probably just surrounding sewer pipes that just smell bad. Smells kind of rusty down there, mild poo smell, etc. But as I said, the water you're sliding down is clean and is perhaps one of the weirdest and slightly freakiest what is it?
Water slide?
Yeah, water slides that you've been going down in ever.
I don't
In
know,
fact-
man. I've been to some pretty freaky water slides.
Yeah. That's entirely
I-
fair.
Huh? Well,
Eh,
what other water slides have you been on that been as freaky as this?
I mean, you are
It's
going.
joke.
You are descending down into deeper into the sewers. Not that deep. It's more lateral, but still fast sliding instead of well, no, horizontal, not lateral. It's more.
I was
more
like, wait a second.
Yeah, you're not free falling. You're just sliding down horizontally mostly. Let's see. You keep on sliding. You see the occasional midget kind of hiding out in a side pipe. I'm going to keep calling them midgets because you, Damien and Grace, don't know the name of these monsters, while
Oh,
only
boy.
Rad does, and he hasn't mentioned their name yet. I think I'll have to ask him later.
Yeah, I don't actually remember if you mentioned it.
If Rad mentioned it to you, but I mentioned the name of the monster to Rad though.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he remembers. But let's see. Anything you want to do while you're sliding?
Can I look for a place to like grab onto to maybe stop us?
I'd say that'd be a really bad situation.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Okay, I need to remember what I'm.
It's a
read
plus
bet.
sharp.
Plus sharp. Oh boy. Okay. +1. Oh, I didn't put a space in there. Whoopsie. There we go. Yeah.
Well, all right. Let's see. What do you
Nice.
do with a 12? All right, then. Let's see. What do you get?
funny
Let's see.
part
I'll
is-
hold 3. All right. Ask the 3 things. Ask 3 of the questions, I guess.
What's my best way out?
You see what seems to be a ladder coming up on the side.
Okay. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed besides the midgets that we've seen pass?
Yeah. An upcoming waterfall.
Oh boy.
You like hear a lot of falling water upcoming further down the pipe.
Okay. I'm trying to. I don't know if any of the other questions apply.
If you want to know,
really.
if you want to know, both of you are the victims in this case.
Okay. Yeah. So what's the best way possible to protect the victims?
Try and slow yourself down and grab the ladder without you breaking your fingers or you breaking off the ladder.
Okay. I'm gonna have to think about how to do that.
Remember what you can do.
That's the thing. Can I reach out for the ladder while also using telekinesis to slow us down?
Yes. And considering you are acting on this, you're acting on your answers, you get +1 ongoing. That means you got +4 to weird. If you fail this will be the greatest failure of all time.
So I just roll telekinesis.
You roll plus weird, and you get 4. You got +4.
I
If you fail this,
swear.
laugh so much.
6!
Oh my god! Oh god! Oh,
Guys, okay, I quit.
Hey, Blake, I have a question for you.
I quit.
Oh,
What?
I have a
fuck.
question,
Oh.
Blake.
What?
Could you not?
I'm trying, okay?
All right, let's see. On a miss, something
I'll
goes
mark
horribly
my
wrong.
experience.
Hold on. Yeah, okay, good. Oh my god.
Suddenly,
Oh
the
my
water that we're floating in
God.
is not quite as clean as it was as I start to nosebleed, presumably.
Okay, hold on. I gotta think something goes horribly wrong.
no.
Oh, something really horribly wrong. You rip the ladder off,
Oh no.
and it just goes down that waterfall. Now you see the door there still. I'm gonna. Grace,
Technically, I was trying to use the telekinesis on me and Grace.
it misfired, and you accidentally sent a fucking psychic blast
Oh
at the
boy.
fucking ladder.
Okay, I just figured I
And
should
the
like.
ladder just explodes further
Okay.
down the corridor.
Okay, I
The
felt
door-
like I
the
should
door-
just. I just
Yeah,
wanted
sorry.
to. I just wanted to clarify how that
up the
worked.
corridor.
So the ladder is gone, but you still see the door. Grace,
Is the door
You
in
have a
front
chi-
of us or
What?
behind us at this point?
it's like it's about to pass right by you. Grace, you have one chance to fix that, I guess.
Can I
Rad just hears clanging.
Can I
I know-
transform into my monster form and carry Damien over to the door?
Act under pressure to make sure your wings don't get wet, since you technically do have butterfly wings, and
Oh,
those
boy.
aren't super good with water.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
act under pressure. Oh my
which one
God, that
that
was-
again?
That's plus cool.
Okay, so 2d6.
Oh my god, that was the funniest goddamn thing.
Well, at
9,
least
all
one
right.
of us is competent.
All right, so let's see. Act under pressure. Give you a worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. I'm gonna make this something funny. What are all your? Let's see. Hold on, I'm trying to think of something funny here.
I know something.
I know. I know.
Uh-oh.
You both make it, but Grace can no longer fly for the time being because her wings are soaking wet. And Damien,
Yeah.
you lose your shoes
Oh. Oh, that's nothing.
and
I
your
don't
pants.
care about my shoes, as long as we have the flashlight.
You also lose your pants.
Oh. Okay.
So now you're without pants and shoes because the water, I guess, just took them.
Well,
But
I guess
Grace can no longer fly.
Um.
I'm
this-
sorry.
this was
That
this was
put
a
me in the,
situation I was not prepared for. I do not know what is on my underwear.
Well,
I do not know the pattern.
You
Probably
did say-
skull and crossbones.
you did say you intentionally picked a bunch of edgy clothes, so
Yeah.
edgy underwear, I guess.
I probably is flaming skull and crossbones.
Let's go with that. Sure. Are they boxers or briefs?
Definitely boxers.
Good. All right. So at least you can justify. At least you're wearing shorts, in
Yes.
case anyone asks.
Oh boy.
But yes, Grace can no longer fly, and you are missing your pants.
Yes.
Let's
But
hope
we
nothing
have the
important-
flashlight.
Let's hope nothing important was in your pants.
I don't think so.
Like the
Where do you keep your knife? In your hood, you said?
In my hoodie, and I'm okay. This is something I was meaning to ask you before, but
Yes.
So on my gear, I marked down that I have a revolver, but I never mentioned that or
I think we were just
previously-
going to cover that in another flashback or something, and I think I mentioned that your head friend wanted you to buy a gun.
Okay, but
I just kind of
do
put
I
that in
have-
there as
do I have
Yes, you-
that?
yes. I would assume you would have the gun if you're going monster hunting.
Okay,
That wouldn't
that
make
would
sense
probably
if
be
you
in my hoodie
weren't.
as well. That'd probably be in my
Okay.
hoodie as well.
All right.
So I still have my
Uh,
weapons.
Yeah, you weren't keeping your revolver in there gangster style, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Can your gun work when it's wet?
That's a good question.
That's a very good
why we're
question.
gonna find that out.
It's the
can't
.38
guns work
revolver.
Do you
However,
carry it
how
around
do
in
you
a
say that?
Ziploc bag?
Probably not that prepared. All right. You were saying, Grace?
I was just looking up if guns can work if
I mean,
they're
some
wet.
can.
Some can, some can't. Revolvers are kind of a weird case,
Huh?
Let me look it up.
since the bullets are kind of not, they're kind of out in the open, kind of. But I don't know. Anyways,
I will research while we continue. You can
Alright.
continue.
and so Grace, you majestically float you and Damien up to the door thing as he accidentally ripped off the ladder with his telekinesis. But you feel that your wings are kind of soaked and you're kind of out of. You feel like you're out of quote unquote flight energy at the moment because that was, you never really carried anyone before. And your wings are soaking wet. So, do you transform back into a human for now or still be a lizard?
Lizard.
All right.
Also, I looked it up. Revolvers shed water like hippos.
But that's
So
that's the gun. The thing that's what I'm trying to find out is the ammo. If it's fine, if it still works.
I think you just need to dry it off. It should be fine. It's not like it's like
Okay.
open black powder or anything. I'll give you like
we're
an-
not gun professionals.
Yes, and I'm not a sewage professional. That's why I made this the movie sewers where shit's gigantic
Yeah, well,
and
It's
why
a
there's
monster
suddenly
story.
waterfalls there. Anyways,
anyways.
but you make it up to the door, and you see it's just a normal ass door.
Can we open the door?
Yes, and it's unlocked.
Okay, good.
And you make it into a sort of reservoir area,
Oh boy.
and you see a man who
Okay.
with gorgeous long hair who seems to be wearing aluminum foil but has an actual sword fighting what seems to be a man-sized turtle with a beak that could eat your face.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Can I
Think Ninja Turtle sized, but instead of a mouth, it's a big old beak.
Can I cast Jinx on the big freaky turtle monster thing?
Yes, roll plus weird.
Yay! Oh, need to make sure I get the thing right.
God, you rolled snake eyes. That's amazing.
Oh, did I do it wrong again?
Doesn't look like it.
There we
No.
go. 8.
There it is.
Okay.
8. What does Jinx
it was
do
delayed.
again?
I can interfere. I can help. I can interfere with what they're doing. I can interfere with movement or help with movement. I can interfere with what they're trying to do. I can inflict harm. And I can make them lose something that I will soon find. Stuff like that.
All right. Let me just get character sheets up here. All right. Jinx, you rolled. So you hold
So
one.
I get one.
All right.
Is-
Well, let's see. You can either give help plus 1 to yourself, or you just interfere with a monster minion. This is technically a minion.
So
Inflict -1 harm on the target due to an accident. That's up to you.
I'm just gonna
and-
inflict 1 harm.
All right. How do you flavor this? How does he accidentally get 1 harm taken on this thing?
Well, what was it doing right before I cast
They're both over a sort of reservoir area. It's just like a bunch of still water on a bridge.
I'm gonna say
On
Maybe
one
he
of
could
the
trip
bridges.
I'm going to assume that the floor is wet, and I'm going to say that he slips or trips if it's not wet.
All right, and I'll say this to just make sense that it actually makes harm. It trips forwards or backwards. Does it do banana or does it do realistic?
Forwards.
Okay, it slips onto its face, and on its way down, it hits its jaw on the
Ooh.
railing.
Ouch.
So -1 harm on that thing, and so the turtle is on its front, the big old turtley thing.
Hooray.
crazy-looking man with amazing hair and an actual sword, who seems to be wearing, like I said, tinfoil, slashes down at the creature, doing one additional harm.
Okay.
No, wait. Hold on a moment. No, but no, he doesn't. Because he accidentally hit the shell,
Oh.
and
Oh,
it
no.
just kind of bounces off and nothing happens.
Oh dear.
Oh.
That was poorly planned.
He's not a smart person. I mean, as you can tell, he's fighting a fucking giant turtle in tinfoil.
Fair. Can I start running over? Because I'm assuming we're not like right next to him or something.
Yeah, you're not. You're on another bridge. You just exit the door. There's like lots of bridges everywhere. It's like in a crisscross pattern, in a grid formation along the thing. So,
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start going over to the guy.
Grace, what are you doing?
I'll run over to the one that's fall over.
Well, I mean, there's only one.
Oh. The way you were talking sounded like there were two.
There's
it's
the
just
monster and there's the guy.
There's the crazy guy, and then there's the guy fighting the monster ineffective.
Oh, okay.
So the turtle is beginning to get up, I would assume, at the next moment. Grace, are you doing anything to fight this creature? Or perhaps do something with that?
I will run over to it and try to pin it down to the floor. Just sit on top of it.
Okay. Interesting choice. Let's see, what should you roll for that? If you even can. I guess kick some ass as a sort of melee attack. And this is a tough. You're not actually using any magic here.
All right.
So yeah, roll a tough.
Five.
Ooh. All right. Let's see what does it do. You know what? I'll say this. It gets back up faster than you think. Stomps the ground and actually tackles you to the ground.
Oh.
And so now you're stuck under it. It did like a what I like to call a sumo tackle. It got up surprisingly quickly, saw this weird little lizard thing running at, and just thought, let's see what this thing can do. And so it did a sumo stomp on the ground and just dashed at you and tackled you to the ground. You take one harm, and you're stuck under it.
Oh, dear.
And so the crazy man tries whacking it again. Nothing happens.
Okay. I am going to use telekinesis on it.
All right. How close are you to it?
Well, I ran over towards the guy, so I'm assuming I'm pretty close to where the guy is.
All right, so you're like a few feet from it. All right.
So,
you see, Grace is kind of stuck under the thing now.
Yeah. So, what I'm going to attempt to do is use telekinesis to fling it off of Grace, because that's one thing that one option of telekinesis.
All right, it is relatively people-sized, but all right.
Yeah,
10.
we did it.
Hell yeah!
So I'm just gonna fling it off of her.
Hold on one moment. I wanted to say, since you've got a good look at it, at its back, you see its head. It's got a big old bald spot on there. but it also looks like it's wearing like some sort of metal cap on its head for some reason.
Okay.
I'm
Interesting.
not saying I'm just saying that that's there. It's immediately obvious that it's wearing some sort of metal cap.
Okay.
And so you rolled a 10. What do you do with your two options of telekinesis?
I'm going to fling it away, and it is hurt.
You can also
can I
not
combine
take. You can yes you can you could
Okay,
you
hold
choose
on.
yeah you mark one harm, so like you can mark one harm or you don't even take any damage.
Okay, I just need to. I think I need to quick clarify something. For my last telekinesis, the one that I failed, did I take any harm from that?
Yeah. The one you took. Oh, right, you did. On a miss, something goes horribly wrong. So,
Because on a miss, it doesn't say that you specifically take harm.
Yeah, something goes wrong. You know what? Yeah, I'll say since you kind of had since you probably the adrenaline kind of freaked you out. You have from before that you took one harm via nosebleed.
Okay.
And you destroyed the ladder. So
okay, so in that case, I will fling it away and I will suffer one less harm.
All right,
so I won't take that one harm.
You feel mentally prepared this time, so you feel you're not like feeling a need to commit violence like it was the first time you actually used telekinesis, or you're not freaking out that you're going to fall off a waterfall. So you actually you're mentally prepared for this. You actually don't feel a nosebleed this time.
Yeah.
And so you fling the monster away from Grace, and now you're all three of you are standing in front of it as it's kind of stuck on its back for a few moments.
Whew.
It's still alive. It's yelling angry, what sounds like Japanese at you.
Interesting. Is there like an actual turn order right now, or is it?
No, I decide the turn order.
Okay.
Grace, you're off the thing. You feel the thing no longer on top of you.
Uh-huh.
You're welcome.
Do you say that, and do you actually say that?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't say it like delayed. I say it as like kind of as I'm throwing it off.
Yeah, know? Fair enough. All right, Grace, what are you doing?
Is he still?
He's stuck on his back for a couple moments.
Okay. I'll just fire a magical blast at it this time.
Oh boy.
All right, I guess roll weird.
All right.
And this is technically a close attack, so you can stay a few feet away from it. So roll plus weird.
Ooh. We are not doing very good.
Our rolls have been very hit or miss tonight.
Kind of literally. All right.
Yeah.
Great. By the way, you have Grace. You have rolled 2. You did mark experience twice, right? For the tough and for the weird.
I have now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just reminding you.
Somehow I'm not the leader in experience gain in a session. So far. So far. There's still time.
All right. It gets back up. And so something weird kind of happens. You hear a little slump noise as one arm retracts back into its shell, and the other arm gets elongated twice as much and just punches you right in the face.
Oof.
And it's still a few feet away from you, and you feel yourself forced backwards a few feet. You know what? Act under pressure so you don't fall into the reservoir.
Oh boy.
Grace, by the way, Grace, can you swim?
No, she's not much of a swimmer.
But by
But
the
you-
way,
Yes.
is Grace currently in human form or monster form? Or
She's
dragon
currently a
form?
lizard,
Okay.
as she has stated.
Okay. I didn't know if we had mentioned that. I didn't.
Yeah, we did.
I didn't.
I should probably say this. Hawk, lizard, what manner of sorcery is this? And because he finally noticed you after the lizard after the lizard got flung off of you.
Yeah. I also want to
Dragon,
apologize.
are you
for
a
that.
dragon?
I want to apologize for that question because earlier descriptions made it seem like Grace was in human form again.
Nope,
So,
she's just waddling around as a lizard
yeah.
because she
So,
can't fly at the moment due to wet wings. And
just
so,
wanted to clear that up.
and so the weird guy has finally noticed that Grace is in fact a lizard, and to say, "Hawk, a dragon! Oh, I've always wanted to slay one of these."
Not a dragon, I think. Anyway, trying to help you, so probably don't kill it. Please.
We'll discuss this later. First, the beastie.
Whew.
And then Grace gets punched in the face. Act under pressure to not fall in the reservoir.
Okay, roll cool? Or...
Yes.
Okay.
And
Oof.
so you fall into the water.
Can I help out? Can I help out and catch it?
It only adds +1,
Oh,
so
fair,
it wouldn't really
fair.
do
Right,
much.
Right.
So, yeah, Grace falls into the water. Again, it's still water, so it's like it's not flowing anywhere yet. So it's you just kind of
I keep forgetting that help out is just add a
+1,
plus
yeah.
to somebody's roll.
Yeah. So Grace, you fall down into the water. It's there's various ladders across the edges of the reservoir. Do you just doggy paddle your way over there, or are you still disoriented from the punch?
Still kind of reeling from the punch.
Very well. You'll just kind of sit around in the water for a little bit as you kind of try not to black out.
Yeah.
0 harm, by the way. You didn't actually do any lasting damage. It was just a punch to the face.
Okay.
And so, Damien, that thing's looking at you like a a new challenger. But he doesn't say anything. Again, he's just saying stuff in what sounds like Japanese.
I'm really at a loss of what to do because I don't want to use telekinesis again because if I do not do it, if I fail, it can have some very severe consequences.
Yes.
And I don't think Jinx is going to help very much in this situation.
Well, you could. It could.
I guess I'll do Jinx because it's still going to probably do more than if I try to use one of my weapons.
Indeed.
Granted, I will probably fail this roll.
What other,
Oh no, I didn't! Yay!
what'd you get?
8.
Okay, so you got, one thing. So you can give yourself or another hunter +1, interfere with the monster by doing something, or inflict 1 harm on the monster again, but he's not looking very damaged by that trip, so he's,
You know what?
yeah.
It's just the thing right now. I feel like I'm kind of in a sour mood now because I've lost most of my lower clothing.
Yeah, you're kind of out of pants.
So in order to alleviate the mood, I'm going to make it fall in exactly the same way.
So you're going to make it fall on its face again onto the railing.
Yes.
Like you
Inflict
should,
1
you
harm.
should knock it out and steal its shell and wear that in place of pants.
That's a little gruesome since this thing seems sentient and speaks a language.
Yeah, probably.
Is Well, is the shell attached to it?
It's a turtle, so yeah, I would hope so. It's not like it's wearing clothes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with the
-1 harm. All right.
harm.
Yeah, it falls on its face again onto its jaw, again after slipping on some water, and it starts slowly getting back up since it's just a little disoriented, and it adjusts the metal cap on its head. It carefully does it so it doesn't like fall off or anything. And it gets back up after spitting a little blood onto the floor.
Oh boy.
Ugh.
There's so much. I don't speak Japanese. I'm just saying he's grumbling something that sounds very intimidating in Japanese.
Oh boy.
And so he does another sumo stomp. I'll let you do another thing to stop him from. He's starting to run at you now.
Oh. Okay, so I can do another.
You still have your weapons, so you know. Like you've just been relying on your head buddy, who's just enjoying the violence you're just inflicting on this thing, and you do hear him laughing his ass off, but at least a little quietly.
I'm going to pull out my revolver and I'm going to shoot it.
Kick some ass.
Ooh, that's tough, right?
Yes.
Here we go.
Hey. Well, yeah. All right, that's 2 damage. So with it hits the shell, and it makes him stumble a little bit. You can definitely tell you definitely got hurt something in there, but it didn't like stop him, and so he tackles you.
Ow.
And you go fly. It's more of a shoulder tackle this time around, and you go flying backwards. Right, he hits her right in the ribs, and you go flying backwards a few feet, and your back hits one of the railings. Take 1 plus 1 harm due to bruised ribs and possibly bruised spine.
Well, that.
But it's just +1 harm. So, what is everyone's harm at right now?
I'm currently at 3.
Ah, yes. From the nosebleed, and from. Was it another nosebleed? Or was it just. Or what was the one? Oh, right. You had 1 nosebleed before when you entered.
Yeah.
And then you got a second nosebleed right now. And then you got tackled in the ribs.
Yep. Pretty much.
Well. I guess since Grace is still stuck in the water, we can just say that she's doing something. She's swimming back like a little lizard she is. And so you're on your back, and it faces the weird guy with the sword. And just in a sort of terrifying way, it just takes a massive bite out of his shoulder. It's like watching a fucking snapping turtle bite someone's shoulder off, or just a big chunk. You feel like a tiny flashback to that worm that was eating your arm. Though that probably wasn't you doing that. That was probably just your buddy just kind of having a little fun there with you, making you remember that little thing. So that guy is just he's just. It grabs the weird guy by the arm and just goes chomp right on his shoulder and takes a massive nom out of it.
Oofta.
I'm back.
Hi. We sort of just kind of skipped your turn a little bit just because we excused that as swimming back.
Yeah, I figured that's what you'd probably do.
Right. And so, Damien, what do you do as this thing is biting this man's shoulder?
How is it looking?
It's got a bit of a crack in the middle of its frontal shell, and also its beak is bleeding a little bit, but it's still kicking. Again, It's making sure that the little. It is almost incessantly making sure that cap stays on its head. Like I'm saying, this is not a hidden thing. He's like chomping at this guy
Can I
with a hand on his head.
can I roll a jinx? But instead of making him trip,
Again.
I'm going to make him lose the hat, which I will soon find.
Oh,
Can I?
Yes, you can. Roll plus jinx. Roll your jinx attack. I can make it this. I can. If you roll good, I can make this kind of a 2 thing. But
9.
okay, you got 1. It trips onto its back this time,
Yeah.
and its cap falls off, and a bunch of water just spews out of his head.
Oh.
And
Oh
so,
my.
and it looks like he holds his arms up to try and stop it, but it looks like he's frozen in place.
Okay. I'm going to stand up and pick up the metal cap.
You do so. It's staring at you in both fear and fury. Mostly fear at this point because now it kind of stuck. It's like frozen. It's like stunned. It's like nothing can move.
Okay.
It's like looking at you in fear now. And also the hold on. The weird guy gets up. Huzzah! The beast is stopped. Now let us carve out its insides to make a trophy.
Okay. Have
Feeling
fun with
a shell
that.
to make hands is just too gruesome.
You see it start to sweat so now because it does have hair, so and it's fear and its eyes just kind of dilate in fear.
Can I inspect the cap and just like
It's got like some Japanese characters on it. You don't speak Japanese, I would assume.
nope.
And it's just made of iron. Looks like it was kind of meant to like keep the water in its head.
So it doesn't look like I'm just gonna put it on my head.
I mean,
And
nothing
then
happens.
And then
It's kind of got like
I'm
a
just gonna
little
taunt it. Like I put it on my head and then I just do a loser
I think
symbol or something.
I think it's just crying now.
Can I take my big knife and just stab it in the throat to finish it off? Put it out of its misery.
I mean, if you want, you could also probably, do you want to think if you actually know anything about this creature? Like, it is clearly a sentient creature, so.
I mean, do I roll for something for that?
I mean, do you want to roll to see if you remember anything about this type of creature, or just inspect, maybe
Sure.
investigate a mystery on itself. Maybe you can learn more about the other monsters this kind of way, that kind of thing.
Sure, let's do that.
All right, roll it because this is a prime opportunity for investigation. So
fair.
You got a living.
Nope.
Never mind. You don't learn it. You don't learn
shank it.
You don't learn a damn thing, and even. Wow, I'm surprised that I didn't even need to tell you to shank the damn thing. I'm proud of you.
Okay, so now I roll the some butt.
I mean, it can't even fight back now. It's stunned. You just stab it with both knives at once.
Nope. I gave Ryan his knife back.
Oh, you did? I thought you didn't. All right.
No, we have discussed this numerous times.
Fair enough. Sorry about that. So you stab it with the one knife in the throat, and it just got it's still looking fearfully at you.
Oh.
Do you continue stabbing?
No, I don't.
It's like, are you just gonna let it bleed out?
I'm just gonna look at the guy and be like, do whatever you want with it. I don't know what's happening.
So you feeling a bit morally undone here?
Yes.
You know what? This is a prime opportunity. Act under pressure to continue not stabbing it.
Oh,
Because
no.
he is obviously goading you into stabbing this damn thing. It's a prime opportunity for some violence for it to eat.
9.
Okay, you don't need to stab it, but you at least need to flip it violently.
All right.
Flip it like a table, just violently.
Yay. Flip tables.